Greetings, everybody. This is Vijay, Kondur, CEO of Fight Cancer Global. I am super excited and very humbled and very privileged and blessed to be part of something bigger than myself. That is this initiative, and I'm very excited to talk to you about the high-level vision, objectives, and also the strategy that we're gonna take. So on this video, my goal is pretty simple. It's basically to give you a very high level details, and in ongoing videos I would definitely want to see how together we can break this down. The vision is pretty simple, to create a patient centric communities at a national level, at a regional level, at a local level, both in urban, both in rural areas, but also how do we accomplish this. And together we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna work on that. The vision is quite simple. It's also self-sustainability is the key, and how are we going to achieve that. And we are not here to talk about any solutions for now. We are here solutions we will work together. And the objectives, we have three simple objectives. Objective number one, raising awareness, which is the key for head-on combat with cancer. I truly believe we can save so many lives by raising awareness. What does it mean? How do we do it? By education, outreach, by engagement, and by also empowering nonprofits and empowering advocacy groups, and by doing a lot of activities that are already being done in a fragmented way, but bringing them together with combined efforts. And that's first objective, being raising awareness. The second objective would be training healthcare professionals. And who are these healthcare professionals? They may be in the rural places. A lot of the time that's where you make the bigger impact. That's where the bigger and wider and deeper gaps are. And how do we train them? And that's something we're gonna build the strategy and approach together. And these healthcare professionals can be primary physicians, your dentists, your nursing community, anyone that falls into the healthcare sector, so that everyone is being aware, educated on how to diagnose those 3, 4, 5 types of common cancers that are happening. And now the third objective would be screening. And I think how this is the most critical objective. How do we accomplish that? Again, we would work together on that, but screening is something that personally, we have seen in different countries how we could do the early diagnosis and prevent cancer and detect cancer in its early phases. If we can catch it, we can conquer it. And those are our three objectives. And going back to the strategy, I want, this can be very overwhelming when we talk about cancer. Cancer is very complex. So the approach that we are taking is similar to Rome was not built in a day. It takes years. It takes years. Overnight, nothing can be done. And again, we have to persevere. We have to come together. There will be great efforts that need to be combined together, and there has to be people coming from different levels, different verticals, coming from government, from different levels, from public, private sector. They should be coming. So we have taken this 360-degree approach. This is more of a multidisciplinary and multifaceted approach that we are taking, a comprehensive and integrated approach that we are taking, that even with the government we can see where the public and the private sectors can really close gaps together, where we can integrate our initiatives with the public sector as well, with the government, so that they don't feel intimidated, but also they feel empowered, empowered with already existing infrastructure, already existing initiatives that are going through. So that's something that we will be working together. How can this be built? So we also know good things take time and great patience and great effort. And self-sustainability is achieved. It's an inside job. It's an inside-out transformation. People at a local level, when they take leadership and when they become contributors, and this is where you would see they become part of the solution. They become part of something bigger than themselves. I think that's a mindset. In the history we have seen, nothing is impossible. This is a very arduous task and it's very hard, but also we want to be very realistic. It is not impossible to conquer. When few good people come together with that single focus and are willing to serve with pure intent and motive, I think we can definitely see harvest the results here, and we can impact our communities and build the future. Also remembering that why are we starting this is so important. In my mind, we are not only impacting the present generation, but also we are building a future. If we understand and if we know that we are building the next generation, giving them the foundation, building a system, building a framework, giving them a workflow, giving that foundation on which they can build on research, on awareness, on anything that we can build. If we can give them the foundation, the right foundation, if we can lay it, we can build a two-storied, we can build a Taj Mahal, we can build a Great Wall of China, we can build anything, and nothing is impossible. But that foundation must be built, not in haste. That foundation must be built very strategically. Planning is the key. Strategic planning is the key. And this is something that we're going to work together with you all. Now, the strategy is pretty simple. It's a three-phase strategy. Stakeholder mapping. Stakeholder mapping. Who are the stakeholders? Stakeholders are anyone within the cancer space, within healthcare space. Anyone that are influential, that have the desire, skill, knowledge, and experience and expertise. That are subject matter experts. All these people, when they come from different levels, all levels, beautiful things can be done. A lot of the time we do not achieve things because we are working so solitarily. We are working in a fragmented ecosystem, and cancer is a fragmented ecosystem. Everybody is doing a great job doing their own thing, but once we bring these players together, there is power in unity. And I truly believe in you cannot build a house with a hammer in hand. You need a toolbox. And what is this toolbox? Stakeholder mapping. And this is the phase that would take a lot of time. The faster we do it, the faster we can move on to the next phase. And this is where we are today with you identifying. So please to introduce people to us. The strength is in numbers. The strength is in numbers, that we are bringing these minds, innovative minds. We are bringing in minds that have experiences, that will give us the input on the strategy. So vital in what we are doing, but also hearts to serve. You may have little time, and what all we are asking is, anything that you can pour out little of your life into this, in impacting, and we can build something for the next generation and leave it as a legacy in what we are doing. The second phase would be stakeholder meetings, and this is quite simple. Once we map out the stakeholders, then at all levels, then what we're going to do is Fight Cancer Global team will be there on the ground. It may take few weeks, few months. We will be there. That's our commitment. We'll be there, and we would love to talk to you all about what are the gaps. In the urban areas it's different, in the rural areas it's different, and where can we start? We can't start everywhere. We got to start somewhere. We can start where we are, with what we have, and with who we have, the people that we have, and with the problems that we have. How do you eat a big elephant? One bite at a time. And that's our approach. I believe it would work out. And going to stakeholder mobilization and engagement is all about implementations, and everything that we would do on the approach and everything, it's a collaborative approach. We are not here to tell you what you guys need to do, but we are here to bring everyone together, and in a room we would talk about what is the approach that we need to take, what we need to, step by step we'll be working this process. But also I want you guys to understand about this is, we take one step at a time, and nothing is impossible. Planning, preparation is the key. How do you win a war? By preparing and by executing it step by step. We don't go in a haste. We don't put the cart before the horse. And again, we think strategically. We involve all the actors. We involve all the stakeholders, and we definitely want to do what is agreeable. And again, what is scalable, very important. But again, guys, I definitely feel very humbled, very blessed to do this video, and we'll talk more about it. And again, I know I am 10 minutes into this video, but again, I just want to say, together there is nothing impossible. And pouring your life little bit of your life into something like this can impact the next generation. Together, we can do this. I truly believe when good people come together, stand together, and fight together for a cause that is selfless, we create a beautiful world for our children, for our grandchildren, before we leave the planet. And our mission is no one should face the fight alone. I'm looking forward meeting you all in person, face to face. Godspeed.